Change it before it ships. Give now.
I frickin' hate these ads.
Younger viewers from the late 1990s and early 2000s are more aware of shows like Little Bear and Dora the Explorer and Blue's Clues and whatnot, and around 2002, Max and Ruby premiered, and as of 2013, it still seems to pop up on the Nickelodeon schedule. And if you are a 6-year-old kid with nothing better to do with their time, you've probably seen every episode by now. But there is one dark and disturbing episode that's only been released onto DVD. Yeah, I wish it was porno. I have to say that it's pretty rare to find a pasta about a kid's show that was actually well written. The story, instead of going blindly into gore territory, actually tries to tell a scary story from a different angle, using different scare tactics. The shades of red and black were properly used in the pasta, and weren't just thrown in there for shock value, and the story itself was very intriguing. Once Max and Ruby's parents pass away rather abruptly, I might as well add, via a scary cutscene, Max decides to end it all. No, it doesn't have the gore and blood splattering from Squidward's suicide, or the hyper-realistic eyes staring into your soul. In fact, the characters don't even have faces, excluding black bullet-shaped eyes. I think they do a better job in scaring you as opposed to hyper-realistic eyes. You know, just saying. Honestly, this pasta could have easily been called Max's Suicide, and I would never really question it. It's a well-written pasta, and it needs to rain. And also, someone out there should make a fake video out of this. I mean, after all, they can make numerous ones about Squidward's suicide and suicidemouse.avi, then anything's possible.
And by the way, we have a special guest today. Here, I'll go get him.
Hey, Michael! It's time!
So that's 7 B's burgers. One punch dude.
Alright, everybody. It's me, Michael. I'm back.
It was just this Christmas that went by, and things were getting busy. I had to start buying presents for the family. I had finished shopping, but I still needed to grab a present for my little cousin. She is not very hard to shop for since she is 4. She likes things like Peppa Pig and My Little Pony. She really liked, and I say liked for a reason, Max and Ruby. So when I decided to go looking for a present, I figured something like a Max and Ruby DVD would have been perfect, since she liked to watch it on a daily basis. However, Christmas meant that most of the online DVDs were sold out at most places. I went to look on eBay as well, but figured I could not trust what condition the DVDs would be in, so I was stuck in a rut for a while, until that package arrived. I was at home still scrolling around for a stupid DVD, until I heard the sound of something being pushed into my letterbox. I caught a hold of it before my dog did, and looked at the package. It seemed to be wrapped fairly badly, with what looked like grease marks and stains on it. Naturally, like anyone would, I decided to open the package. Inside was something that I could not explain. It was a Max and Ruby DVD, but I had not seen one like it online. It was like some little kid had drawn on the front cover with a marker. The title was just Max and Ruby, with what looked like a poorly drawn illustration of Max and Ruby on the front. There were no names or anything, but on the back it had a list of 4 episodes, all with 1 titles. I gave the DVD a watch over, and to my surprise, the episodes were all in perfect quality, and seemed to have no flaws. It was as if it was a real DVD, just with a homemade cover. The only thing I thought was odd was the episode selection screen. The episodes had names, but they were called Max and Ruby 1, with the numbers being changed as it went down the list. The actual selection was just a plain white screen with black text for the episode list, nothing else. After giving it much thought, I decided to change the cover to something a little nicer by printing out a DVD cover that I found on Google and tracked down the names of the episodes so they were labeled right. I left the episode list screen alone because I figured it was self-explanatory. Christmas went by and things were fine. I gave my little cousin her DVD and she was happy with it through Christmas, but that was only because she had not watched it yet. On Boxing Day, the family had gone out for a meal and left me to babysit my cousin. I was not too bothered about being left at home. I figured now was a good time to put on the DVD for her. I had put the DVD in and let it play while I was in the kitchen eating my dinner. From what I could hear, she watched episodes 1 to 3 so far, I was just about to finish off my noodles when I heard my cousin scream from the other room. Dropping everything, I ran into the living room and saw my cousin curled up on the floor screaming. I had looked up at the TV and felt my heart in my throat. What I caught a glimpse of was the most disturbing thing I've ever seen. It was what appeared to be a frame of Max and Ruby standing next to each other in complete darkness. But what made it so horrible was the lack of faces. They had lost their noses and mouths, and their eyes were replaced with big hollow holes. The colors were a disgusting blood red, and there was faint static in the background. The sound was replaced with what sounded like the Max and Ruby theme playing backwards, with a faint sound static in the mix of it all. It had to be the most disturbing thing I've ever seen, and it must have been on the screen for at least 20 seconds before the screen went black and the DVD turned off, which alone was weird because DVDs do not usually turn off by themselves. I was able to calm my cousin down, telling her it was not real, and that she had just had a nightmare as she had fallen asleep in front of the DVD. However, I knew in my mind it was completely real. My parents had rung me up and told me they were going to be out at night, so this was going to be the best opportunity to look at the DVD more closely. I did not mention it to them, and as soon as they hung up, I grabbed the DVD and stuck it on my laptop. As soon as it loaded, I noticed that episode 0004 had now been replaced with RIP Mommy and Daddy, which sent a deep chill down my back. Since my cousin was now asleep, I kept the sound on low and proceeded with the episode. Normally an episode Max and Ruby would have 3 short stories, but this episode only had 1. It started off quite lighthearted. Max and Ruby were playing tag in the garden, and their parents were on the porch watching them play. However, something was off. The sound was playing in reverse, and the parents' faces were that of sadness. It panned to the mother and father in a voice of deep sorrow. The father spoke. "It's such a shame," he sighed. It then cut short to the sound of static and a large scream, followed by the sound of 2 people choking. The sounds were so realistic it almost made me physically sick. The scene then switched to Max and Ruby, standing in front of what looked like a gravestone labeled RIP Mommy and Daddy. The 2 of them had no faces. At this point there was also no sound, apart from faint static. This scene remained on the screen for about a minute and a half, before it cut away into black. It then changed the scene again, now showing Max and Ruby sitting in Ruby's room. Both of them were sobbing. The sobs were so realistic and heart-wrenching that it sounded like it was taken from a real person mourning. What happened next was the most disgusting, yet saddest thing I've ever witnessed. The scene had changed to Max sitting in his room. He was standing on a chair with a noose hanging from the ceiling. He had brought it to his neck. The scene faded to black and the static got louder. Almost instantly, it cut to Ruby walking in on her brother. She let out a gut-twisting scream. The camera was panning on her face as the sound of the chair being kicked and the same choking from before began to play. The picture of Ruby's face stayed on the screen for a good 5 minutes. This time, her face had returned its the same gaping holes. And as before, there were no other facial features. The static slowly grew louder and drowned out the sound of her cries. This scene cut to black with the loud static. When the scream returned, Ruby was sitting now on her own in the garden by 2 gravestones. One was labeled RIP Mommy and Daddy, and the other RIP Brother. At this point, I had already been sick and was sitting all shaken. The episode seemed to have come to an end at last, as the Max and Ruby theme song played slowly in reverse. I was about to eject the DVD when the same image came up like it did on the TV. This time, however, there was text above the 2 rabbits that said, "Death is our only release." It stayed on like this for a few seconds before the DVD finally popped out of my laptop. I sat there trying to contemplate what had happened. In my shock and fear, I made the stupid decision to break the DVD as much as I could before leaving the house. I shoved the pieces down the drain. Thankfully, I kept a few screenshots and saved it to my laptop. The next couple of days went past without anything unusual happening. I had a few nightmares about the DVD, but luckily that was all. My cousin had gotten back home along with the rest of the family. It was a late night, and my parents had gone out for dinner, leaving me to watch TV. I heard what sounded like someone posting something through the door. At this point, the DVD had left my mind since I had not told anyone about it. However, it all came flowing back when I looked down at the letter in front of me. It was just messily folded up and it read, "Death is our only release."
Okay, that was creepy.
Hey, Rex, you can come back.
Allow people to date their first cousins. Right now it's illegal. You guys see my first cousin, but you never wanted to phone your cousin.
Okay, I guess Michael got freaked out. But, yeah, either way, that was the video.
blame you, sir.